We can start, Ashwin.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the webinar on emotional intelligence and human relations, where we'll be exploring the various facets of emotional intelligence, understand the skill with further intimacy, and also talk about your career. I welcome on the webinar today Mr. Hemant Lavangare, our expert speaker, who will be sharing his knowledge and acumen with us and gracing us by understanding the world of emotional intelligence. Welcome, Mr. Hemant Lavangare.
Yeah, thank you, Ashwin. So, I'm Hemant Lavangare. I'm a founder director of Master My Life Education, and we have joint venture with University of Mumbai for two comprehensive and new age master degree programs: Masters in Emotional Intelligence and Life Coaching, and Masters in Emotional Intelligence and Human Relations. I'm an international life coach, master practitioner of neurolinguistic programming, emotional intelligence expert, behavioral intelligence trainer, and I'm engineer and MBA, and work in global automotive and engineering industry for more than 24 years. And during my journey, apart from being a head of business, uh, means I have worked in various functions like key account management, learning and development, corporate communication, operations, strategy, business development. So I have seen global industry very closely. And today I'm going to share with you few insights, not only from my personal life or my team's experience or master my life surveys, but variety of the other surveys what has have been done in last few years time, in what will be the future of employment, which will be the domains which will grow in near future. And of course the COVID has had a great impact on the future, and today we are going to share that is post COVID as well as during the next entire decade, what will be the potential domains, if you enter into, you will benefit from the growth in these particular domains. So in today's webinar we are necessarily going to cover information from variety of the surveys and on what will be the potential high growth domains in the next decade. So this is the first area. The second area, of course, we are going to learn basics of emotional intelligence and what is the importance of emotional intelligence in the importance as well as need of emotional intelligence in uh, growth of your career, but as well as even retention of your job in near future will necessitate you having expertise in emotional intelligence. And then in the third segment I'm going to brief you on University of Mumbai's master degree in emotional intelligence and human relations. So this is what we are going to do in today's webinar of around 1 hour 15 minutes. So, Master My Life, I have already briefed you. So, we are industry partners of University of Mumbai. So, we take care of corporate relations, placement of the student, development of the student, faculty management, developing advanced curriculum, and we manage two master degree programs as I have already briefed you. So, before starting, let me first understand you so that I can adapt my delivery based on the attendance here. So the first is a generic information about from where you have come to know about this particular webinar. This is for our internal purpose, communication purpose. I'm seeing more than 110 participants today, and I would like that 90% plus at least should vote before I go ahead, because we have to manage the time. So you need to be quick. Each poll should be answered in around 10 seconds time so that we can really manage the time well. 75% of you have already answered. So around 80 percent have answered, and WhatsApp seems to be the say highest communicator as far as this webinar is concerned, and followed by that there is a Facebook. So I'm just ending the poll for the time management, and I'm sharing the results with all of us. So the WhatsApp is more than 50%, then comes Facebook and Insta, then comes email, sorry, references of means information what you have got from your connects who might have attended our earlier webinars, then email, and then LinkedIn. So this is how you have got the information. So the next question, let me understand your profile so that I can give appropriate examples based on the majority of attendance profile during this webinar. So the first two are related to the professionals, next three are related to students, and the last one is related to either you can be a parent of the student or any other individual who is neither working professional nor student or a graduate. So the way poll is moving, I'm seeing that experienced professionals are majority here. So more than 50% of you seem to be working professionals with more than 3 years of experience. So I will surely give you few examples which are suitable for working professionals. So more than 50% today are working professionals, and around, yes, so actually it is 50-50. So around 50% are working professionals and around 50% are either students or graduates but unemployed. So just for the time management, I need to end the poll and share the results, and you will see that 40 plus 13, 53% of you are working professionals. So surely I will keep this in mind while interacting with you, and around 50% of you are graduates or students. So thank you for this information. Now, before going ahead, one very key question, that is, what is your current life situation and goals? And there are 6 options. So quickly glance through the slide before I launching the poll for you. This is going to help us during the webinar. So please click any one option. I'm seeing good amount of percentage of professionals who are looking for job change or career shift or looking for better career growth opportunities. So around 40% of you belong from a category of working professionals who are looking for either growth or job change or some kind of career shift. Then the around 17% of you are working are professionals but not currently working. So maybe the career break or in the transition phase of getting a new job. So just I'm going to share the results with you, and I'm reiterating so that I also will remember this. So if you see more than say 57% of you are professionals and either looking for career growth or job change or a new job. So yes, so this particular webinar, I am going to surely focus on the aspect which is going to help these 57% of the people. And there are say 25% of you are students who are not certain on whether to do a PG or look for a job, right? So means I'm going to means throw some light on this particular segment also, which is going to help you in getting further clarity on whether you should do a post graduation or you should look for a job. So the 25% is a very high percentage, and then the 16% of you are students who want to take admission to the PG degree, but yet to decide on which PG. So again, it's a very considerable number of percentage, and I'm going to throw a considerable amount of light on this particular aspect. So yes, this webinar is surely going to help you in your goals or concerns. So the information what I'm going to share with you today, apart from my own company, which is into the education domain and having association with University of Mumbai, and we have our own network, global network, and we conduct our own surveys and research. Apart from us, we do have referred surveys and research from ASSOCHAM, which is a Government of India organization, Deloitte, FICCI, GMAC, Times Job, as well as European Communication, because today the world is global and you might have global job opportunities as well. So these are few of the highlights, right? So wherein I'm going to, whatever information I will be sharing with you, so I will be taking some references from this survey. So this is a declaration what I am giving you at the start of the webinar. One of the very important research and paper released by World Economic Forum clearly states that emotional intelligence ranks within the top 10 traits that employers are seeking and shall be seeking in the next few decades. Why this is happening? So there are two important reasons of this. In a world of AI, in a world of artificial intelligence, it is the emotional intelligence which is going to differentiate human beings from the technology and machines. So the people with emotional intelligence will be valued much, will be in a position not only to retain their jobs, but to grow in a artificial intelligence world. So this is a point number one. And point number two, which when the WEF declared this particular last year, at that time it was not there, but now with the COVID scenario, again it is very clear that there is a variety of the research now who states that around 30% of the employees are going to lose jobs. And I'm not saying that this will be across all the segments. For example, say online businesses, IT, right? So there will be few segments where there will not be a much impact on the jobs, but definitely there will be there are few segments who are going to see a considerable amount of impact. So I'm talking about the hospitality, hotels, travel and tourism, right? Restaurant industry. And again, there are variety of the segments, including automotive industry, engineering industry, manufacturing industry, which is going to say around 30% job cuts. So whether you will be the part of that particular job cut or not mainly depends on your emotional intelligence, the impact, your social skills, the impact you are creating on the company, which is directly proportional to your emotional intelligence. So now, especially during and post COVID and entire next decade, the people who will have a working level wisdom, not the understanding or only the knowledge of emotional intelligence, the working level of wisdom of emotional intelligence are going to not only survive but grow. And the people who have not a formal working level wisdom of emotional intelligence most probably are going to find it very difficult even to retain their jobs. So if emotional intelligence is so important, so and today's seminar or the webinar, the focus point is emotional intelligence and the human relation. So let me brief you briefly on what exactly is emotional intelligence. So many people think that emotional intelligence basically means a person should be good in emotions. A person should understand or in a position to label his or her emotions, understand his or her emotions, as well as person should be in a position to understand other people emotions and the feelings. Right. So this is a one part of the emotional intelligence. This is not the entire emotional intelligence. The entire emotional intelligence is has a much larger perspective. Knowing about your emotions, feelings, in a position to label them, as well as knowing other people emotions and feelings, and utilizing this particular wisdom for the well-being of the both the parties, is a foundation of the emotional intelligence. It is not the whole emotional intelligence. So what exactly is the whole emotional intelligence? So this is a very simplistic model, right? So there are variety of the theories and say a variety of the aspects of emotional intelligence, but just for the convenience, I am sharing with you one of the most simplistic models of emotional intelligence, which can be very well explained in 4 quadrants. The first 2 quadrants, what you are seeing here in red and yellow, are related to the self, and the second 2 quadrants, which you are seeing here as green and blue, are related to the social. So it is related to you knowing yourself. The first quadrant is self-awareness, which is the real foundation of emotional intelligence. The next is you regulating your emotions as well as behavior. This is self-management quadrant. The third is a social awareness, that is you recognizing the emotions and the feelings of other people, as well as you are in a position to empathize with them by putting yourself into not only their shoes but their emotions. The fourth quadrant is that regulating the social interactions, that is social skills. So these are the 4 key domains of emotional intelligence: self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, and social skills. Now, very easy, right? So very easy to know, but it requires a great amount of wisdom to practice it, right? So to practice it, there are variety of the tools, techniques, and processes wherein you can enhance your self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, and the social skills. So in our program, in our master degree program, necessarily we have 4 to 5 processes and tools and techniques for each of the 4 quadrants what you are seeing here. And the self motivation, which is also one part of the emotional intelligence, we consider it in self management. So there are 4 to 5 very comprehensive processes and tools and techniques which enhances your emotional intelligence and make you ready for the future opportunities in the global industry, right? So just to give you one glimpse of what tools and techniques we are talking about, I'm going to give you one example of how you can enhance your self-awareness. Now again, I am reiterating, the we are not going to utilize only single tool. There will be 4 to 5 tools for each quadrant, so that you can actually practically improve your self-awareness. But during this webinar, during this 1 hour webinar, I am just going to introduce you to one of the models wherein you can enhance your self-awareness and succeed in your personal as well as professional life. So this is called as Johari window, and there is a small 2-minute video.
The Johari window. The importance of feedback can be illustrated through the concept of the Johari window. The Johari window is a model created in 1955 by 2 American psychologists, Joseph Left and Harrington Ingham, hence the name. It is used to help people improve self-awareness and mutual understanding between individuals within a group. The Johari window consists of 4 quadrants: the open self, blind self, hidden self, and unknown self, which correspond to the relationship between ourself and others. The open self is the part of ourselves which we are aware of and are known to others. We operate within this area naturally. This is the part of us which is an open book. The hidden self is the part of ourselves which we feel are too private to share with others, because they may also be embarrassing in some way. People may also be scared of discussing these areas due to feelings of vulnerability. The blind self is the part of ourselves which we do not know about, but others can see. It may be something that we imagine ourselves to be, but others do not observe in us at all. For example, a person who thinks that he is intelligent may in reality not actually be seen by others that way. Finally, the unknown self is the part of ourselves which nobody, not even ourselves, know about. This area is often known as our human potential. This may include abilities that are underestimated or untested due to a lack of opportunity, encouragement, confidence, or training. Uncovering this area may lead to the discovery of hidden talent. Note that in real life, these 4 quadrants are never equal in size and often change over time. When it comes to leadership development, we often want to increase people's open area. This is because people who have a large open area are able to inspire trust, are approachable and easy to talk to, and are seen as people who communicate openly and get along well with others. Established leaders will have larger open areas than new leaders, and they should help to facilitate increasing the size of new leaders' open areas. This is done through 2 things: self-disclosure and feedback. Self-disclosure expands the open area downward, decreasing the size of the hidden area. Established leaders can help new leaders expand their open area into the hidden area by asking personal questions. Feedback, on the other hand, expands the open area to the right, decreasing the size of the blind area. This is where 360 feedback comes in. In this instance, team members should strive to help leaders to expand their open area by offering constructive feedback. Now you can see why feedback is so important in leadership development. Trust leads to better teams, which means a better organization for everyone.
So you have seen that the self-disclosure as well as the 360-degree feedback are the keys to enhance your self-awareness or the knowledge about self. But how to disclose yourself, what things and in which fashion you need to disclose, then how to go for a 360-degree feedback, means what is the sample size, what is the process, what kind of questions you have to ask, is all a process, is all a wisdom. So this is what is part of the advanced level of emotional intelligence program, which when you will do, you will know that there will be around 16 techniques to improve your emotional intelligence, 4 techniques minimum per quadrant, and in each technique, what is the process you need to follow. Okay, so now we have have a now basic understanding about emotional intelligence and some understanding about one of the tools and techniques of enhancing your self-awareness, which is the foundation of emotional intelligence. And emotional intelligence is the competency which is going to help you in retaining the job in the first place and then growing your career, especially in post-COVID area and in an area of artificial intelligence. So now whatever surveys have been done in last few years time in India as well as globally, as well as Master My Life's own research and the survey. So we have come to a conclusion that there are these 8 domains, 8 career options which are going to grow exponentially in next decade. So these are learning and development and coaching, key account management, corporate communication. I'm not talking about only the mass communication. I'm here talking about a very specific domain of corporate communication, corporate social responsibility, especially in India. Means India is the only country in the world which has a act for CSR. So there is a tremendous amount of demand for the CSR professionals, especially in India. Then digital economy and the digital management, which of course all of you are knowing. Lean management, especially in manufacturing as well as services industry, now they are under pressure. For example, I will give you the example of the automotive industry currently. So during the COVID, the automotive industry's production and the sales is down by more than 50%. But the investment is already there, assembly lines are already there, fixed cost is already there. So unless they heavily focus on the lean management, waste reduction, cost reduction, it is impossible for them to survive. Right. So this is going to be the future of most of the industries in future. But is there any program on lean management, a degree in lean management in India? Answer is no. Right. So there is a great amount of demand and supply in lean management. Then project management. In next 10 years time, there will be 70 lakh additional jobs that will be created in the project management. And corporate compliance and ethics. So these are the 8 domains, right? So out of that, what we have done, we have selected the top 3 domains within these 8 domains, and we have launched a master specialized degree from University of the Mumbai in this particular domain, so that right now people know only about MBA marketing or MBA operations or MBA strategy or MBA IT or HR, right? But that has now saturated because the supply is more and the demand is less, and that is the reason why you must go into the futuristic domains and not the generic domains. So these are the 8 what I have explained. Now I'm going to go more in more detail, especially into the highest potential domains for the next decade. First I will start with the lean management, learning and development. So the learning and development last financial year was a 7,500 crore industry in India, but by 2030, that is in next 10 years time, it will become 150,000 crore industry. So I'm talking about 20 times growth. So this is one of the, say, rarest industry, means who is going to see 20 times growth in the next decade itself. So currently there is a great amount of demand and supply gap. So if the demand is X, the supply is X by 6, right? So there is a 6 to 10 times more need of the qualified and proficient trainers, not only trainers, right? Qualified and professional trainers. And you will see few of the stats in this slide. What I'm going to do, I'm going to show you one glimpse of what exactly is L&D profession. And L&D profession is larger than life. It is not only about earning money or having job, but it is about impacting other human beings' life positively.
I think often people underestimate the power that they have in L&D. And when you're in learning and development, you have an audacious task of helping other humans do really well. It's very personal. It's a very personal thing to me to be able to help somebody else do better at what they need to do so they can have a better life. They can, meet the needs of their family. They can meet much broader things than just a training that's good. And so I think that we shouldn't underestimate ourselves as L&D professionals. I intend to be in learning and development for the rest of my life, and that's why, because it's not just about building courses and training. It really is about people enablement. It's about getting people to do things better and do things well so that they have better lives. That's how I see it.
So great. See, the L&D profession can be chosen by any functional person who has a experience in the industry. Means either you are from engineering or at the technical front or the marketing side or HR side, any person can become a L&D profession, because L&D profession is about how you deliver the wisdom and the knowledge which is already available. You don't have to start restart the creation of the knowledge. Knowledge is available, but how to deliver that particular knowledge, how to understand the training need gaps, right? How to understand other people, and based on that, which knowledge and how you have to deliver that particular knowledge. So this is the wisdom of a L&D professional. So it is not necessary that to become a L&D profession you have to be necessarily from one particular functional background. You can be from any functional background, and you can switch your career to a highest growing L&D profession by having a formal education as well as a practice. So that is the reason why University of Mumbai has launched a postgraduate degree in emotional intelligence and human relations with a specialization in learning and development, and which is the only postgraduate degree in India with learning and development specialization. So now I go for key account management. So now in my career, I have been say key account management head for more than 10 years, means during my 24 years of corporate career. And my experience with the key account management has been great. So the number one means one of the highlights what I can share with you for the key account manager means I used to be, of course, the key account manager means management function head. The respect what CAM has means when I say the CAM means I'm talking about the key account management head. So respect what CAM has, right? So even the CEO will think twice before talking to the key account manager. The reason the key account manager has the key to 80% of the key customers, right? 80% of the business. So this is the Pareto's law. So as per the Pareto's law, in our key account management, we say that 20% of the customers gives you 80% of the sales, and 80% of the customers give you only 20% of the sales. So to manage these 80% of the sales giving, revenue giving, profit giving customers, you need to handle them in a strategic way. It is not about the selling and the marketing only. Selling and marketing is one small part of the key account management. Key account management is much more than the selling. Actually, the sales function representative is a part of the key account management cross-functional team. So the key account manager heads a cross-functional team where there are people from sales and marketing, business development, engineering, operations, and all the key functions within the organization. And it is the duty of the key account manager to represent the organization to your customer and represent the customer within your organization. So it is a very different kind of job, which unfortunately most of the people in India are unaware of. So when my German multinational company wanted to start a key account management function in India, and I'm talking about 2013, right, 7 years before, for 1 year we could not get a single trained proficient key account manager, and then we were not having any other option but to develop people internally. So there is a great amount of demand and supply gap in key account management as a profession. It is one of the highly paid, highly respected professions in the industry, and the freedom and autonomy what one gets by being in the key account management function is one of the highest in any industry. So there is a great demand in most of the industry sectors like pharma, IT, banking, media, advertising, PR, engineering, automotive, hospitality, management consultancy. So these are in great need of key account managers, and there is no formal degree, right, of a key account manager apart from this particular postgraduate degree what University of Mumbai has launched in year 2017. And this is just a small brief to you and how people are appealing, right, that they want key account managers.
Hey there, my name is Kanwar Gill. I'm the head of account management at ClearBank. I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about what an account manager does on a day-to-day. The account management team is focused on supporting our clients from a capital perspective as well as a growth perspective overall. We look to build deep, meaningful relationships with our client base. We provide them with feedback on their performance using our products, and we also make suggestions to them to help them improve their business. The overarching goal of the account management team is to help our clients become the best e-commerce entrepreneurs that they can be. And that could mean sending over a referral to a marketing agency. That could mean sending them a box of chocolates when they hit a revenue milestone. It really is a role that allows you to kind of make it your own, and it's a lot of fun doing it when you get to see the success that our clients end up seeing. The thing that makes an account manager good at their job is a high emotional intelligence, work ethic, organizational skill to manage your book of business, and creativity. We're looking for people that can come in and really make the role their own, and the most successful people in this role have been able to do that. In terms of what working at ClearBank is like, ClearBank is a family. We care about everyone that works here. We support each other. We support each other's growth. And in all honesty, we're here to just crush it. So if you think that this role might be good for you, please apply.
Now the third, one of the highest growing and very important function not only during and after COVID, for the next few decades, is a corporate communication. So every global company, especially large companies, I'm here talking about global companies, multinational companies, have a corporate communication function, and there they need people who have the emotional and the behavioral intelligence, who can sense the emotional needs of the other people, and who can tailor their communication to meet not only the functional but also the emotional needs of the other beings, whether the internal stakeholders or whether the external stakeholders. The need here is much different than the only the media, the means I'm talking about the mass media professionals. So the need here is very specific, and there is no degree available in India who produces very proficient and professional corporate communication people. And there are a variety of the articles. So means so on the screen, means if the time is there, means I can show you after the presentation. So there are many newspaper articles which clearly states that is the time has come when the corporate professionals are in great demand, and they are highly paid professionals within the industry. So if you are good in communication, so with this all these trainings of interpersonal communication, business communication, corporate reputation, corporate strategy, corporate, so there are variety of the wisdom areas what a corporate professional need to have, of course including the emotional behavioral intelligence and the conversational intelligence, as well as visual communication, digital communication. Once you have this particular background, again any professional can become a corporate communicator. So see, the beauty about what I am showing you today, three professions, whether it is L&D or key account management or corporate communication, from the any background you can switch to those careers. You can be a technical person, engineering person, or a marketing person, and you can become a L&D professional. You can be a technical person or a commercial person, and or even a finance person, and you can go to the key account management. You can be the operations person or any kind of functional person, and you can go to the corporate communication, because these functions need a say wide knowledge and a very the domain specific competencies. Once you develop the domain specific competencies, you can switch your career to either L&D professional or key account management professional or corporate professional. And this is a small video for you to understand what exactly is the corporate communication, which are the institutes in India which has this kind of programs. But this video is shot in say August 2017, and our program, our first batch from the University of the Mumbai has only passed out in 2019. That is the reason why this video doesn't have a mention of the University of Mumbai, but it has mention of few other institutes. Wait.
Hello and welcome to another episode from Freshers World YouTube videos on jobs and careers. My name is Ipshita, and today we would be discussing about careers and scope of corporate communications. Theoretically speaking, corporate communications plays a critical role in building and maintaining relationships with the stakeholders of a corporation. Media communications are an essential channel through which all these stakeholders receive information and develop perceptions of a company. Corporate communications are effective in the successful business and its effects identified by the leading companies. It is equally important as technology, since application of technology need to communicate effectively in the corporate world. Without effective communication, corporate relationship will be impossible. Corporate communication is the process a company uses to communicate all messages to key constituencies. It encodes and promotes a strong corporate culture, a coherent corporate identity, an appropriate and professional relationship with the media, and quick, responsible ways of communicating in a crisis. Now, types of courses. First, diploma in PR and corporate communication. Next, certification in corporate communication, or an MBA in corporate communication. Now, the top 10 colleges for corporate communications are Indian Institute of Mass Communication in Delhi, Xavier Institute of Communication in Mumbai, International School of Business and Media in Pune, Symbiosis Institute of Mass Communication in Pune, Asian School of Journalism in Chennai, Mudra Institute of Communication in Ahmedabad, Film and Television Institute of India in Pune, AJ Kidwai Mass Communication Research Center in Jamia Millia, New Delhi, Indian Institute of Journalism and New Media in Bangalore. Now the scope. With a growth and different business organization, there is a constant need for individuals who can maintain the flow of communication for the development of the firm. Various firms are on the lookout for individuals who can monitor the flow of data and the means of communication used. The pay package. The pay scales in the sector vary based on organization and experience on part of the candidate. A candidate with a relevant degree and good communication skills can get a remuneration in the range of 9.5 lakhs per annum. If you're looking for a job, we would suggest you revisit the.
So if to summarize whatever we have seen till this point in time, and I have seen one specific question in the chat box sent to me privately, that is, what is the role of emotional intelligence in key account management? So what we have seen till this particular point in time is that there are 8 domains which are going to grow in next 1 decade's times, and out of that 8 domains we have shortlisted 3 domains for which we have already started a postgraduate degree. Means Mumbai University has started a postgraduate degree, and these are learning and development, key account management, and corporate communication. And there is a direct relation of emotional intelligence and all these particular 3 domains. But before I coming to the direct relation of emotional intelligence, let me re-emphasize the point with you that you can be from any functional background, but still you can become, with a proper training and the practice, you can become L&D professional or key account management professional and corporate communication professional and grow your career exponentially during the next decade's time. So now what is the relation of emotional intelligence with these particular 3 functions? For example, in learning and development, you have to understand the psychology of a learner. You need to understand, so the people are emotional beings, so unless you impact them emotionally, they are not going to remember what you are telling them. So emotional intelligence has a very direct connection with learning and development competency. Key account management. So key account management is a very strategic function where at customer end there are variety of the functions which influences the decision making. So a marketing person thinks that a purchaser is a decision maker. No, purchaser generally is never the decision maker. The purchaser is a responsible to have the transaction close, but the requisitioner is the decision maker. Means, for example, if the operations people ask him to purchase a machine, that is the reason he is dealing with you. So who is the decision maker? The person who has given the requisition of that particular machine. But is that person only the decision maker? No, because the machine will be checked by a quality person. So there are variety of the people who are influencing the decision making, and key account manager with the training of emotional and behavioral intelligence is in a position to understand the behavior and the emotional pattern of each and every of the key decision maker and behave with them accordingly, to present the case to them accordingly, and succeeding in the key account management. Corporate communication, again same, there are variety of the levels of people within an organization, right? So there is a blue collar, there is a white collar. In white collar there is a middle management, there is a top management, there are CEOs, there are shareholders. So you need to have a different kind of communication pattern, different kind of visual language, different kind of mannerism, right? Different kind of emotional touch into this communication. So with the knowledge of emotional intelligence, you are in a position to become a much better corporate communication professional. So this is the link between emotional intelligence and the 3 professions what I have explained, and these will be the 3 one of the top professions which will grow in next decade. So with this, I'm going to ask you one question to just check the understanding. That is, now after listening to this, see, few of you might be knowing about them, few of you might be knowing about them but not into depth, few of you might have listened to this for the first time, but after listening to this, now what is your liking? If for example, I am a corporate and I'm going to give you a job offer into these particular domains, which job offer you tend to accept is the question. So there is an opportunity for you to become L&D professional, key account management professional, corporate communication professional. There is an opportunity for you, means wherein you will get the knowledge of the human psychology and then apply that human psychology knowledge into any of the function, whether it is marketing function or HR function or L&D or CAM or corporate communication. I'm requesting everyone to please vote because this is an important question. And we have to manage the time of this particular webinar, and just for the time management, I'm going to stop the voting in next few seconds time. So if you have not voted till this time, please vote in next few seconds time. So at the count of 3, I'm going to close the vote. 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to share the results with you. And this is for my understanding as well and your understanding as well. So I see 38% of the people, right, would like to have education in psychology. Yes, you are right. Psychology is the core of human relationships. If you are in a position to understand human psychology, you can utilize that knowledge into any of the functions. But only psychology knowledge is not enough. The psychology knowledge has to be clubbed with management knowledge, leadership knowledge, and key domain knowledge, which will be in prosperity in coming future. So the psychology is the addition to the core domain knowledge. So the combination of a psychology and any of the futuristic specialization is an ideal education for any being. And then I'm seeing 18% are interested in L&D, 14% in corporate communication, 10% in key account management, and few are saying about the marketing and HR. Means I don't want to demean the MBA. I am myself MBA in marketing, but over the last few years, the demand for the MBAs in marketing and HR has gone down because the people want, the corporates are looking for more specialized people, even at the entry level, and not the generic. Also, the supply of marketing and HR is much higher than the demand from the industry. So these are a few of the issues, right? Although means if someone is really very much passionate about only MBA marketing and only MBA HR, they can do, but the ideal will be to explore new domains which will be in growth in next decade's time. So with this, I proceed with the detailed explanation on the PG in emotional intelligence and the human relations, which has 3 specializations at University of Mumbai. So we are industry partners of the University of the Mumbai for these particular degree and specializations. So what Master My Life does, so we are from industry. We have a team of more than 25 people who are experts in the industry. We have an advisory board which has more than 25 very senior professionals from the industry, and we have a global mentor board where more than 200 professionals from more than 20 countries are guiding us, mentoring us as well as our students, right? So all this particular wisdom we are utilizing in designing the program, in upgrading the curricular of the program, in upgrading the faculty, in designing the content of the program, delivering the program, creating a very technologies oriented learning ecosystem, and then of course internships and the placements of the students who study with us either in L&D or key account management and the corporate communication, we take responsibility of giving them right internships and right placement. So this is the role of Master My Life in this particular degree. Of course, the degree is from University of Mumbai. Right, so there are responsibility areas of a University of Mumbai's department, which is called as Garware Institute of Career Education and Development, and there are responsibilities which are shared between the GICED and Master My Life. So your life, see this particular program, what I am talking about, learning and development, key account management and corporate communication, these are very practical programs. So wherein your skill will be developed for not only taking the job, but also you can start your own business, your own practice, either in learning and development or in key account management consultancy or a consultancy of a corporate company. So we develop you for jobs as well as entrepreneurship. And this particular 2 years program consists of 8 months of live projects along with the placement support and variety of the techniques and the processes which develop your decision making skill as well as leadership skills. So what we have done, so we are working on this particular system for the last 2 years time, and right now we have implemented it, and we had to implement it during the particular COVID time. So what we are doing, we are making the learning feasible and possible for any being. For example, if you are already working in the industry and you are busy from say morning 8 till evening 6, if you are working in the industry but you are working in shifts, so you have to work also in night shifts sometimes. You are a homemaker, right? That is, you are not working, but you do have some fixed responsibilities of taking care of your family in the mornings, in the nights, in the evenings. If you are an entrepreneur, right, so who is busy in his or her own business, you can be a retired professional as well. So there are variety of the segments. So what we have done, we have created a learning 4.0 advanced learning system wherein any of you, whether you are working, non-working, whether you are homemaker or a businessman, right? So whether you are a working professional or a retired professional, whether you are a consultant or an entrepreneur, or whether you are a fresher or a student. So the learning management system is suitable for all of you. So there are 3 modes of the learning. Again, I am reiterating, it is not that you have to learn from all the 3 modes, although you can learn from all the 3 modes, right? But if you want to select any one of the modes, or you want to select combination of 2 of the modes or the 3 of the modes, it is possible. Right, and during the question, and so I'm seeing few people are raising hands, don't worry. So after means I completing the crux of this particular webinar, there will be a question and answer session. If you are interested, you can wait till that question and answer session. I'm going to spend 30 to 40 minutes extra in addressing all your questions. So all your questions will be addressed. First, focus on what I'm telling you right now. What is this learning management system? The first component of this learning management system is LMS, which will give you 24/7 access to all the presentation, audios, videos, management games, case studies, and it will be like a tape conversation. It will be a voice over wherein it is as good as a faculty is telling you something. So you can learn through your own convenience. You can log in at late night, at early morning, afternoon, evening, as per your convenience, and your login and log out will be factored in your attendance, because the LMS system is a smart system. It will understand whether you are actually in front of the laptop or not, and all that technology is there. So if you cannot attend the offline classes, campus classes, if you cannot attend the online classes, you can learn through this LMS. If you want to learn through LMS plus also attend the online classes, that is also possible. If you want to learn through LMS as well as take advantage of the online classes and attend few of the campus classes, that is also possible, but optional, right? You need to have learning from either one of the modes or combination of 2 or 3 of the modes is the structure of this particular learning. The next learning is daily 3 hours. There will be online sessions conducted by live faculty. Means they will not be the pre-recorded sessions. The actual faculty will come and there will be interactive sessions daily basis, 5 days a week. And then once the COVID issue will get sorted out, inside Mumbai University Kalina campus at Santa Cruz East, the offline classes will be conducted again 3 hours per day. So student, if you are from Mumbai, you can take advantage of these offline classes sometimes, if not on a regular basis. If you are not from Mumbai, it is not possible for you to come to Mumbai, then you can learn either through the self-learning mode of LMS as well as from the online session. But when you learn from this LMS, definitely you will have some questions in mind. You will have some queries to address them. What we have done on a weekly once, there will be only Q&A session with the group of faculties, wherein whatever question you are having in whatever subject of that particular semester, you can check with the faculty and faculty will respond to you. So this is the Learning 4.0. Again, a feature of the Learning 4.0 that it has been designed in a very scientific way. So we have taken inputs from the Vedic wisdom, that is Shravan, Manan, Nididhasan, Nirman, Sadhana, pedagogy, that is peer-to-peer learnings, cybergogy, that is how to engage yourself into the learning, and of course the gamification, where there will be some kind of interactive games, so wherein effectiveness of the learning will be high. So this is the components of our Learning 4.0, and you can learn this through possible 3 modes or any combination of them. Since this particular program is not only about specialization, of course the focus will be to make you a very successful and competent learning and development professional, or key account management professional, or corporate communication professional. The base of you will be expert in emotional intelligence and human relations. So we will track, monitor, measure your journey of self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, relationship management. You will be provided with a coaching and the counseling support, also the mentoring support from our global mentor board international members. And ultimately what we are doing here, that is we are integrating life skills into advanced education. Right. So what is the futuristic domains we are coaching you for being successful in these futuristic domains with the necessary life skill, so that you not only succeed in your professional life, but also you succeed in your personal life. So what means, I am seeing today that more than 50% of you are working professionals, right? So if you are a working professional, what are the benefits if you do this kind of postgraduate degree? Right. The number one, what is going to happen? This particular program is going to create a behavior positive change that is going to induce a positive, favorable response from your seniors. So that not only is going to help you in retaining your job, but also it is going to help you in getting promotions, because it is all related to how you present yourself, how other people perceive yourself, how you understand them and behave accordingly. So this is all a science. Once you become expert in that, whatever is your profession, means even if means you continue with your existing profession of, for example, HR or finance or marketing, still this particular degree, because it is emotional intelligence and human relation, you can utilize this particular knowledge in your existing job to not only retain the job in spite of the industry problem, but also grow and get promotion in your job. Of course, you can get key projects, because now you will be in a much better position to lead the team. Right. So you will definitely get the recognition as a high potential employee, because I have worked in especially the German companies, Japanese companies, means even I have worked for some time in China and USA. So I know that is how people segregate between a high performers, high potential employees, and the low potential and the low performer employees. So this particular knowledge of education of emotional intelligence and human relations is going to help you in becoming a high potential employee, so that the company will further invest in you. You can be the great change agents within the company, and whatever is your function, you can enhance employee experience and you can develop high performance team within your existing function. right? And of course, with the help of the corporate connect, and means more than 100 companies come for the campus recruitment, at our campus, and there are freshers as well as experienced people, right? So if you are looking for change in job, definitely we will help you. And we have a global mentor board where there are 200 professionals from more than 20 countries, so there are possibilities of the global opportunities as well. Also, our focus is not only to make you suitable for job or growing job. Tomorrow, if you want to start your own consultancy of L&D or corporate communication or key account management, all that particular knowledge will be imparted to you during the program itself. So now this is a testimonial of our existing student, and this is a fresher, right? This is not an experienced student. So we have a combination of the freshers and experienced students.
Once the familiar turns strange, it's never quite the same again. Self-discovery is like lost innocence. However unsettling you find it, it can never be unthought or unknown. It's a mesmerizing yet cathartic story. You do not know where this will lead, but you do know the story is about you. Let's go back in time a bit. I was a defense aspirant back then. I decided that I'll join the NCC. But let me tell you, I was 104 kgs back then. I remember one day that we were given a task. Me, at 104 kgs kid, was told to crawl on a mud trench. I almost gave up. I remember the words my senior told me. Omkar, you completed this task not because you're physically fit, but you have something that none of these guys have, and that is willpower. That was a defining moment in my life. After going through a lot, my sister's suicide due to postnatal depression, my father's fight of cancer, and a toxic relationship, I finally thought of taking care of my mental health. And here I am, talking about my emotions. Emotional intelligence, it just rang the bell. Something I would love to study, despite all the KTs I had in my bachelor's. I decided to take it up. No agenda, no motive. Just the genuine love of the subject. And let me tell you, it didn't disappoint me. I've always heard, Omkar, when you talk, we love to listen. Imagine this coming for a guy who I've always had stage fear. I was dreading my turn. But I knew if I don't go up there, I will regret it for my whole life. My turn came and I went up there. My first ever speech. 1 year down the line, people still remember that speech. Master my life. It helped me make this transformation. Today, not only did I overcome my stage fear, I am a corporate trainer, an L&D professional, and a public speaker. From being invited to colleges as a keynote speaker to giving corporate trainings, I have lived my heart out. At the end, I would just like to say, thank you, Master my life.
So these are the essentials of this particular postgraduate degree we are talking about, which is post-graduation in emotional intelligence and human relations with 3 specialization options of learning and development, corporate communication, and key account management. And you don't have to select the specialization at the time of taking the admission. You take the admission to a generic degree of EI and HR, and then at the end of the first year, that is at the end of the second semester, you have to choose after proper coaching, consulting with the management, after talking to the senior. So you get 1 year time to decide on your specialization. So you don't have to worry about the decision of the specialization at the time of taking the admission. So the program fee is 5.23 lakh rupees, which you have to pay to University of Mumbai directly in 8 installments, right? So you don't have to pay fee upfront. You have to pay it in the 8 installment, that is per semester 2 installments. At the time of taking the admission, you have to pay 50,000 rupees to University of Mumbai. Then eligibility, any graduate, any final year student means who is yet to pass and awaiting the decision on the exams, or any graduate or any person of any age starting from as less as say 21 years to as high as 60 years can take admission to this program. So there is an entrance exam, of course, there is a written exam as well as the personal interview, which information will be shared to you on the WhatsApp group. The exam pattern is internal 60% and the external 40%. I am talking about the actual programs examination. The external examination will be conducted by University of Mumbai at Kalina campus, right? And since everything is designed and managed by Master My Life, we are there to help you. You don't have to worry, because this is not the say exam passing say degree. This is about the competency development degree. So the duration of the program, although it is 2 years, what we do that in the first 14 months we complete the entire syllabus, entire curriculum, right? And then if someone wants to start their practice or get the job from the 15th month, they can either start their own practice or start working. And if you are already a working professional and you are not leaving your job because you did not leave your job to do this particular program, then of course means you can continue your existing job. And if you want to change the job after 14 or 15 months, we can help you in that particular thing. If you are not a sponsored candidate from the company, if you are paying a fee from your own pocket, then we are going to support you. If you are a sponsored candidate, then of course we will not support you, because that company is paying your fee. And learning, you already know that there are 3 modes. The self-learning is there, online there, as well as the campus. Examination, administration, documentation, and the fee collection is done by Department of University of the Mumbai, which is called as Garware Institute. Entire program management, faculty management, internal exams, internships, and the placement support is of course provided by Master My Life. So the features of this particular degree, the number 1, this is the India's first master degree in emotional intelligence and the human relations. Also India's first specialization in learning and development or key account management or corporate communication, which is going to give you a great competitive advantage, because entire India is going to produce only 10 to 15. Why? Because the batch size is only 40 numbers and we are talking about the 3 specialization. So average 15 per specialization. So in entire India, only 15 will be specializing in this. So there is practically no competition, and the demand is in 1,000, but the supply is means you can measure on your fingers. Learning 4.0 ecosystem, there is a comprehensive, very convenient learning mechanism for you. Curriculum structure is suitable for the working professionals, wherein only after 14 months you can directly start a change of job or your own practice, right? So you will get support by the Global Mentor Board. Since we have already exceeded the time, I'm not going to share with you the success stories of the student, but during the question and answer session, if anybody has any question, I can come back and explain you. So now with this, I am going to just check with you on your understanding of this particular University of Mumbai's postgraduate degree, and these are the options in front of you. So just take few seconds to go through the slide before I launch this particular poll. So this is just to understand the communication, that is whether the crux of the understanding about this degree is right, or there is something which I need to take care during the question and answer session. Feedback link will be provided to you in next 5 minutes time, next few minutes time. So everyone has to please wait till the feedback link. Why? Because the e-certification will be awarded to the attendance of this particular webinar will be factor based on your feedback, because the feedback will capture the actual attendees, as well as there are few questions. It will take only a minute, but I'm going to share that link with you in next 5 minutes time. I request all of you to please speed up your responses, because I'm seeing only 60% of you have voted till this time. I want at least 80% of you to vote before I go ahead. we have to complete the crux of this particular webinar in next maximum 5 minutes time. Right now it is 1:10 by 1:15 because this webinar takes 1 hour 15 minutes. So I'm going to complete entire crux of the webinar in 1 hour 15 minutes. After 1 hour 15 minutes, I'm going to start the Q&A session for about 30 minutes. So only people who are interested in asking some specific questions can wait, or you can exit the webinar after filling the feedback form at 1:15. For the time management, I have to end the poll, which I am ending, and I'm sharing the results with you. And I'm going for first the highest percentage. 61% of attendees are saying this is India's first PG degree in emotional intelligence and human relations, which offers 3 unique and industry-oriented specializations: L&D, CAM, and corporate communication. Yes, you are right. 41% of you are saying that this is a PG degree wherein any UG degree holder at any age can take admission after passing the entrance exam and meeting Mumbai University's admission criteria. Yes, you are right. 31% of you are, no, sorry, 34% of you are saying MU's PG degree in emotional intelligence and human relations is unique in nature as it combines life skills, employability skills, and core management and specialization domain skills to ensure not only entry-level job but also career growth. Yes, you are right. 31% of you are saying that MBA in HR and marketing or MA in psychology would have better career opportunities. So I doubt about this because the MBA in HR and the marketing, the supply is more and demand is less. MA in psychology means in my entire career of 24 years in industry, I have hardly seen psychology graduates working in the growing functions of the industry. So you must couple your psychology understanding with the futuristic core domain knowledge to really succeed in the industry. But of course, you are very clear that you want to be working with the hospitals only as a clinical psychologist or something like that, then of course there is no problem. But I'm talking about if you want to flourish your career in industry, or if you want to start your own management consultancy or business, then this particular degree in emotional intelligence and human relation is a much better option. Then the 17% of you are saying that this is a PG degree wherein student receives a degree certificate from MML. I'm afraid you are wrong. The degree certificate is from University of Mumbai and not from Master My Life, right? So this is just the checking our understanding. Now, Miss quickly, so the placement, so more than 100 companies come on campus. So this is the last year data, not this year's data, because this year we are yet to complete the placements, right? They are underway right now. So the average package was 5.5, highest package was 9 lakh rupees for freshers. For experienced people, of course, depending upon their last salary, if they change the job, of course, they get better than that. So the companies from all segments come for campus recruitment, from the consultancy to automotive to engineering to healthcare to hospitality to pharma to even the core L&D companies, media companies, retail companies, all types. So these are few of the companies, including the management consultancies, engineering, pharma, media, IT, banking, right? So this is the last question I am going to ask you on your screen. This is the last question. So please opt for multiple options if you want to. This is just for our communication purpose and also the thought clarity, what you should bring in your mind after this particular webinar, because whatever time you are spending here, 75 minutes should be worth. And at the end of this particular webinar, you should be in a position to channelize your thoughts and take some kind of decision. Okay, so I am seeing here the majority of the people here say right now it is 42%, want to discuss with MML admission counselor to know more about the PG degree and the admission process. Yes, so that will be arranged by us. So we have a WhatsApp group wherein you can ask variety of the questions, and all these particular questions will be answered. So that facility I'm going to explain you in the next slide. Right, so just for the time management, I have to close it because we have to complete the webinar in next 3 minutes time, and I am sharing the results with you. So 41% of you want to discuss with the admission counselors. Then the next percentage would like to search for a job and focus on the existing job, and then not opting for a PG degree now and opting for another PG degree. So yes, I wish best luck for your job searches as well as the another PG degree. But if you decide to explore this particular degrees path, the entrance exam means you can attend the entrance exam. There are no charges to attend the entrance exam. You can explore this particular path if you are interested into, because absolutely this will give you the differentiation what is needed in growing your career in near future. So now if you have mobiles, you can scan, or means you can just open your camera and it will scan this particular thing, and then you can join our WhatsApp group for emotional intelligence and human relations. The information about admissions, entrance exams, student experiences of our alumni, job opportunities, placement information, as well as some core knowledge about emotional intelligence and the human relations will be shared by admin on this particular WhatsApp group. And we are going to open this particular the WhatsApp group for all participants only for certain specific time during the week. So you will not see the flurry of the messages from many participants which will distract you. So this is a very closely administered group, and if you, for just your convenience, I'm sharing this particular link of directly joining this particular WhatsApp group on the chat box. So I'm sharing it now. If you are not in a position to scan it, so I request you to click this particular link on the, so this is only for the people who are interested in emotional intelligence and the human relations, either knowledge or taking admission. So the both the things are okay. The people who don't want to take admission but are interested in knowing more about this program or the knowledge about emotional intelligence and human relations can be part of this group. And of course, people who are interested in exploring to take admission to this program should become a part of this particular closely administered WhatsApp group. So the link is already shared in the chat box. You can open the link and immediately join it. So now with this, I'm sharing you one more information about a behavioral and relationship intelligence webinar which we are conducting tomorrow. It is a e-certification webinar on behavioral and emotional intelligence. It is one step advanced than emotional intelligence. It is about DISC, right? So we will evaluate your personality and the behavioral profile. So you will be undergoing a test of the behavioral pattern. We will explain you what your behavioral pattern means, what are the strengths and the improvement areas, and we are not going to charge you anything for this particular test as well as for the e-certification webinar. And if any one of you are interested in this particular webinar on behavioral and relationship intelligence, I am sharing that particular link again on the chat box, wherein you can click on the link. So the first link is for the earlier link is for the joining the WhatsApp group. This particular link is for the, so again I'm sharing the link is HTTPS, and there is a world called as digital here. So the world where there is a digital mention is for you joining or you registering yourself for the behavioral and relationship intelligence webinar, which is scheduled tomorrow afternoon 12. This is all about your behavioral pattern analysis, and also you knowing that is how to analyze behavior pattern of other people in few minutes time only, right? And with this, now I'm sharing with you the final link and official conclusion of this particular webinar prior to the Q&A session. And this is a feedback form link. I have already shared with you the feedback form link, which starts with HTTPS, and then there is a forms.gle, and then it is MC, right? So this is a feedback form link. So I'm writing here for just convenience. So this is a feedback form link. So feedback and the link. So you can click on this. So it will take you less than a minute to give your feedback. So please give your feedback. Your attendance will be factored based on the feedback, and a e-certification will be offered to you for attending this particular webinar on emotional intelligence and human relations. So now with this, I go for question and answer session. So officially, we are starting a question and answer session in few seconds time, because we want to give few seconds time for people to complete the feedback form process. So I'm waiting for few seconds, 30 seconds, another 30 seconds, and then we will start our question and answer session. In question and answer session, you can directly unmute yourself and first say your name. I will repeat your name. Once I repeat your name, other people will understand that this particular person is going to speak now, so that they will wait for our conversation before they asking the question. So this is the process. The process is not to raise hands or something like that. You can directly come, say your name. If parallelly 2-3 people come, so whatever the name I will reiterate will be the person who will be asking me the question. But please wait for a few more seconds before we starting our question and answer session. Please wait for a few more seconds. So the Samir and Pradeep have already raised hands. So wait. So if Samir has any question, I'm going to ask you to unmute yourself after a few seconds, but wait for a few seconds, because let people focus on filling the feedback form, because they also might be interested in learning from our conversation.
Hello, sir. This is Samir.
Yes, Samir, please.
Yeah, you have also shown some details about lean and project management.
Yes.
So, do you have some plans to roll out this
So
process?
we immediately do not have plans with the University of the Mumbai to launch these particular programs as a master degree, but we have plans in future to start a certification programs in the lean management and the project management, but they will not be the master degree, especially in the near future. Why? Because right now we need to focus on few. Because if we start focusing on so many specializations, then the management and the development of the students becomes a concern. So right now our focus on this is on a master degree. That is, we want to really create a difference in L&D profession, in corporate communication profession, in key account management profession, and all these balance have been already shortlisted by us to launch a certification program, which once we will launch, because we will have your data with us, you will get the communication. Maybe in a year's time we might launch certification program on lean management, project management, corporate compliance, CSR, and all that.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Samir. So Samir has already completed his question, and if anyone wants to ask the question, you can directly unmute yourself and ask the question. So I'm going to write on the chat. Please ask questions. Please ask questions by directly unmuting yourself. If you have any question, please unmute yourself and ask your question directly. After, of course, you filling the feedback form. So if you want some more time to fill the feedback form, it is all right. You can also visit our website mastermylifeedu.com for any further information. But the right thing will be to join the WhatsApp group, wherein you will get all the key information about the admissions, exams, programs, the wisdom of emotional intelligence, human relations, testimonials of our existing students, corporates, everything. And we do have a counselor who is going to call you if you will click that yes you are interested, and our counselor should contact you, then only our counselor will call you. And the Ashwin is a senior person who is heading our branding, communication and admissions. If you have any detailed question, you can of course call Ashwin, and his number is already there on the screen. So for your
I have a question.
Yes, please.
See, these are all 2-year courses. So are there any other courses which are short-term courses, like shorter diploma courses?
No.
Because
Yes. So unfortunately, no. The reason, if we have to really develop your emotional and behavioral intelligence as well as the core competencies in these functions of L&D, corporate communication, key account management, which are very senior professions. See, the you seem to be a experienced person in industry, right? So you know that L&D, key account management, corporate communication, these are all professions at a managerial level and not at a entry level. So if we have to really develop you, it takes time. So what we have estimated that minimum 14 months of this time. Why? It's a process. For example, the emotional intelligence development will start from the self-awareness. We cannot start with all the 4 quadrants. So unless you have the self-awareness, we can't go to self-management. Unless you have because always first we have to take care of ourselves before thinking about others, right? So then the self-management, then social awareness, because to manage your social relationship, first you need to be aware of them. So it's a process. So each process will take few months time, right? Because there are a variety of the tools and techniques what you have to adopt. So we cannot, means if we start any certification and the say diploma program of a short term, then this development will not happen up to the level what we want, because you will be practically the one of the rarest of the professionals in India who are combining emotional and behavioral intelligence with this advanced domain. So our first focus is to create this kind of once we create a sizable amount of this kind of professionals, then we can start say certification and the diploma also, wherein then again we will utilize the competence of these senior professionals as our faculty member, guest speakers and all that. So the right now and means although it looks like 2 years, the curriculum is going to get completed in 14 months only, right? So after that it is only the project work which you can anyway do while working. You don't have to attend any online class or LMS or a offline class. So practically, although the face value is 2 years, the actual program you can practically think as 14 months only. Also the degree what you will get is not the online degree, it is a normal degree, means right. So see, there is a different value associated with a online degree, especially right now, and still for the next few years it will remain same, because when means I did my MBA. So at that time, of course, the part-time MBA value used to be much less than a full-time MBA. So the same way, the online degree value, right, means when on certificate it is mentioned that it is an online degree, that value is different from a normal degree. This is a normal degree. Why? Because we do conduct classes at campus also, although it is optional for you to attend. So you are getting a normal postgraduate degree from where you can do the PhD or you go international and all that in 14 months time. So this is how the design of the degree is.
And could this also be used for as a form of, is it a form of counseling that you do? Like, I didn't understand the exact concept of the subject. So is it a form of counseling that happens in an office environment or in a corporate environment, or like
Yeah.
what would this be used for?
Yes. Yeah. So you mean to say how we teach?
No, how would this be used in the practical world? Would it be
Means
used like a counseling? Does it work like how counselors work for schools, like how your
no,
school
no,
counselors?
no,
So
no.
would you have? Would it be like a counseling thing for office places, or how people
Means
work?
you mean to say after someone passes this degree of emotional intelligence and human relations with a specialization in L&D, what that person will do is your question.
Yes, exactly.
That person becomes a head of a learning and development in the company. So learning and development, the counseling is one small part of that particular function, right? What is the function of a learning and development department? To identify the training need analysis, right? So the identify the training needs, then designing and developing the training program suitable for that or to meeting those needs, right? Then hiring the trainers from the market or developing the training content within the organization, then executing the training programs, and then evaluating the improvement in the people after the training program and calculate the return on investment for the company, and support HR department and the senior management in identifying the top potential candidates, high performance candidates, and involving yourself in making their career growth plan. So it's a very big function I am talking about. So because you have this particular degree, it is a means it is a very professional degree. The counseling is one small part of this activity, and the subjects what you will be learning will be employee engagement, succession planning, instructional design, right? So everything will be part of the curriculum. It is not only about emotional intelligence or life skills. So emotional intelligence, behavioral intelligence is the base of this particular degree, but you will be learning key management subject which will make you one of the top professionals in these domains in industry.
Thank you so much.
Yes, yes, Sandhya, thank you. Any other question?
Yeah.
Yes, yes, please.
Yeah. I don't know how many
Simran,
seats are
yeah.
there for this?
Yes, so Simran, this particular program has 40 seats, 40.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Any other question, or Ashwin, you want to give them further information either about WhatsApp group or the further action?
Yes, so anybody who wants to know more about the program, enroll for the admission process, get additional information, you would want a counselor to get in touch with you, do fill the registration form. The registration form allows us to understand if you're interested. And the second course of action is to join the WhatsApp group. Now, the idea of the WhatsApp group is to have an administrator message only group, which will answer your queries once a week, and also channel you for further admission webinars to clarify your doubts, because one webinar will not be enough to clarify your doubts. So what I'm doing is I'm going to share the chat a link for WhatsApp group again, and request you to join the WhatsApp group if you have any queries, or if you want to know more about the program, right? And as people's queries will get answered in the group, your queries can get answered too, right? And then we can have a one-on-one discussion and then take it forward.
So if there are no specific questions as of now, because the questions can be asked on the WhatsApp group and we can give you additional information on WhatsApp group, then I would like to end this particular webinar unless someone has any question. So I don't think that someone has any question. So with this, we are concluding this particular webinar. All information will be sent to you on a WhatsApp group about e-certification, or means if you have any
So one
admission.
last question.
Yes, yes, Sandhya.
Is it possible to get a student's loan for this?
Yes, of course, of course. Yes, yes. So So since this is a University of Mumbai's program, nationalized banks are already giving the loan, right? So all this information Ashwin will post on the WhatsApp group, and the loan is means like any student loan. You don't have to pay the EMI of the loan when you are studying for the 2 years period. The installment only will start after 2 years period, and it is a very low percentage loan, like a 10% per annum interest rate, and you can even pay that loan for a 12 years period after 2 years. So it is a very convenient mechanism of a loan, and few of our students have already taken loan, and there is a bank which means I have seen that particular proposal, so I am taking that name, but there are variety of the banks which will give the loan for this particular program, because this is a UGC approved University of Mumbai's program. So people are already taking loan from, for example, Allahabad Bank, which is very near to the University of Mumbai's Kalina campus. But you can approach any nationalized bank, and for that, if you require any documentation support from our side, that will be provided to you by our side.
Thank you so much.
Yes, Sandhya. Thank you.